Okay, so we will build a loan calculator again. Now remember, there are preconditions here. Given I am on loan calculator page. So in order to build the code backend in test automation, you actually need to log in again as an appropriate user, right? Dealer, and you have to write all those methods again. So you have to go to the home page, log in again, and do that. Let me just quickly do that so that you understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to create a new file. I don't see the, okay. So let me get rid of this file, delete. And loan calculator class, delete. Okay, so now I'm going to create this. Yep, step definition.
I'm good now.
Okay,
Because when I look at it, it's not showing login over there in that ID. What wrong I did? Now I understand. Okay.
okay.
Sorry.
All right, no, it's fine. It's these are the common issues. Okay, so I just generated a basically the step definition. It automatically what? Yes, yes. So it automatically created all the arguments, capture groups, and I can change the argument from argument to whatever I name, but I'm just gonna leave it default for now. Okay, so the step definition, not here. So now this part is good. So I have step definition. Okay, let's go loan calculator. Okay, so now I need to build the class to do the methods. Okay, so I'm going to create a new class, loan calculator.rb.
Class.
Whatever name you want to give, right? Loan calculator class. But here, main thing is class loan calculator. This is the important part because this is the name you will have to refer when you call the class and so forth. Now, again, I'm going to need a initialize. So I'm going to start with the initialize. You will need the initialize method, constructor method. Okay, what's the next method I need? Let's see here. So I'm going to go back here. So given I'm on loan calculator page, so I need something that can get me to the loan calculator. Right? So I'll go back to the class file. Def visit loan calculator. Okay. Then I'm gonna see what method entered. So I need input method, calculate method, and the verify method. Okay. So I'm just going to def enter loan amount. Okay. And I know there is a parameter amount that's coming in. Def calculate. There is no parameter here because it's just a calculate. And then left verify monthly payment. Again, payment and end. Okay, so this part, I think everybody's good. Okay, so initialize, visit, all this thing. So now let's take a look at it in the initialize. So again, we will need the browser. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this time I'm going to cheat and I'm going to copy from the login. Okay, so now my browser is created. Now visit loan calculator. Now, when I initialize this class, I will be on the home page. So I have to build all other things here.
So that you can read it.
Right? So again, I'll come here. Let's see if I have login steps. So I'm just going to copy the dealer one that I have it somewhere.
So to log in as a dealer to go access the loan calculator. Is that
That is
right?
correct. So this is G training and trading.
Mhm.
And then I need to click on it. So I'm going to again copy the click from somewhere else. Okay. So at this point, I'm there. I'm logged in. But I'm not on the calculator yet.
Remember what is to go to loan calculator?
Right.
What
So
else previous steps we have to follow, right?
well, all the scenarios are different. One scenario is done, then say everything starts over, next scenario.
Correct.
Okay, so you have to follow all the steps.
First, we have to go to the login page.
Browser, open the browser, go to the login page, log in as a dealer. Now here I'm logged in as a dealer, but I am not on calculator yet.
Then here.
Our goal is to,
Whole
So we
process,
should have
idea,
the
you know about it,
web page.
yes, in your mind, yeah.
so now I need to actually go to the calculator, which I am going to click on the calculator link. Because once let's go back here. Okay, my Chrome is stuck. G trading, because I'm logging in as G trading. Now I need to click on this calculator. Okay, so that I'm gonna steal the ID. And calculator link, okay, come back. And I'll plug in the ID. Okay, so now my method is done, this part. I should be on the calculator page.
Password, then click, then we are.
Yep,
So all together, right?
all
Login,
together.
then access the load.
Right, because you have to follow 4 steps in this one method sequence,
Sequence.
because you can't escape
Mm.
those things, right? So at this point, I will be, so once I execute that, I'll be on this page.
This.
Now I can
Then
plug
enter
in,
the amount.
Oh,
plug in the amount, whatever, so I'm gonna still again this one,
Mm.
and here. I'll grab the ID,
Mm.
and you guys are stealing, most of you are stealing the name, right? That's a common mistake, which is fine. So I'm gonna get the ID,
because I didn't think of, okay, name, what we'll do over here, we need an ID to go there.
yeah, that's fine. So now I have amount variable, so I'm gonna plug that in, set the amount. Now typically, this is a number. So you want to convert to the string,
Oh,
2s,
okay.
okay? Because this is number and you are converting to the string by applying 2s,
Yeah.
okay? So that's the one thing. Now when I click on calculate, so I'm going
Because
to,
it's a text field, that's why.
yeah, that's correct. Okay, so calculate. So I will find the calculate, inspect,
Go to ID.
ID, calculate, got it, and click on that thing. Now verify. So what I'll do is, for the verify, I'm going to put something because it's not visible here, verify. So I'm going to click on it and see what happens. It took me out. Okay, let's see. 1000. Now I see this text. So I'm going to right click on it and say inspect.
No.
Now it's a span,
Span, no?
okay?
No.
So, but I span as an ID, which is a good thing.
It's not showing the result. When you
That's what it's
calculate.
showing. Monthly
Second
payment.
time it's showing, but why not
The
the
first time is there, but it's just not visible.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay, first time is there, but it's not visible.
oh, okay, okay.
So if I come here and I see
The
here,
field there.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
field is there, but it's a hidden field. It's there.
When the
This is
time
the span.
comes, you can.
Yeah.
see.
The span is there, okay?
Mm.
So I'm just going to copy that. Now here at B dot span, because this is span, you can say ID, span ID and dot. Now what are we verifying in the span? So span typically has a text value. That's the reason I was saying here. You can see it. So if I go here now, it has a class form and then it has this $30. So it's a text. It doesn't have a text property, but whatever you can retrieve this value $30 by saying dot text in the span. So I can say dot text, not the text field, dot text. Now I need to verify that whatever amount payment exists in this value. That's what our goal is, right? So simply thing I can do it dot include. There is a dot include. Remember, we had the string dot include. We were checking if something exists in the string, that function is there.
That is
So
there.
also I didn't understand that dot text.
Span has a property called dot text, which will retrieve the value of $30. This $30.
Hmm.
Just like text box says dot text, dot value, this one is a dot text property,
Okay,
okay? And dot include, now we need to verify whatever text it contains includes the payment. So I'm just gonna simply say include payment dot 2s. So it will check and it will return the value whether this payment is included in this span, whatever span is showing. Okay, so at this point, my code is there. Now all I need to do is hook up in my support calculator steps. Again, same process. .new, okay.
very good.
L dot
First.
visit loan calculator,
Visit.
right?
Visit loan
This is visit, so I'm calling that L dot enter loan amount, yep, and I'm gonna pass the argument
Mhm.
L dot
Loan calculate.
calculate, yep. Now here, L dot verify monthly payment, right? An argument, and here I'll say fail unless.
Well, unless.
If it's false, then it will fail. If it's true, because I'm saying yes, something has to be there. And so forth. So let's go back here. What I'm saying is, whatever the third, let's come back to loan 30, right? This 30 getting
Sir,
passed.
sorry to interrupt. That
Yeah.
argument, we don't need to give anything, just writing ARG is fine.
Yeah, you can give any name. Here I'm not changing anything in the argument, but I can put amount or something, who cares? It's argument, it's just a name.
Okay. So usually we put some arguments, right? So
Yeah,
here we
what
could,
is the loan amount
yeah.
here, and then if you do that, that means you pass in the loan amount.
Or we can simply write ARG, I mean, argument, and we can leave, I mean.
Something meaningful, which is fine, monthly
Make sure
amount,
you are passing the same thing.
same thing, yeah, make sure you are passing the same thing, that's the important part.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm done, and I'm going to run this scenario.
Okay.
And see if it runs. Okay,
Well, unless.
all right, so it's opening bunch of windows.
Because of the.
Trying to see where it is. It might throw an error, let's see. Okay, so something, so it threw an error, let's see where the error is. Unknown object exception. Oh, what is, okay, so again, throwing me this error, so now I need to put the
Require what?
required,
Why it's.
because you are including this library. Okay, in your class file, you are referencing this, otherwise it does not know what this browser, what this water object is and so forth.
Okay. So whenever you are doing some calculation like number stuff, you have to go on the span and do the sum.
Yeah, you have to see what type of element it is, because we can't know, we won't know what it is.
And the span is always dot text. Span.
Yeah, yeah, text, yeah, that's it, how you can retrieve the value. Again, let's see what else is wrong. So it's running, I can see it's running, but it's gonna throw an error. So let's see. Loan calculator, water. Unknown object exception timed out after 30 seconds waiting for water text field or text field located false. TXT username input. Okay, so it's not that one. Oh, what am I missing?
Where? Oh,
Username.
No, so I opened the instance,
Yeah.
but I never went to the site.
Oh, that's
Oh.
all.
So I missed that link, right? So website link I'm missing,
Yes.
So-
Digital upload.
right? But again, in the loan calculator, we have one step, right?
Yeah.
So I need to put everything together.
First.
First one.
So now if I run it, so hopefully this time we'll get to the right thing. All right, 3 windows, but let's see which one is the lucky one. Okay, there you go. All right, so now it's everything passed.
Yeah,
If
Okay.
Let's make. it
let's do
fail.
something wrong, maybe some wrong,
Make it fail. No.
invalid.
Yeah, let's put invalid.
Oh, then I can just go here and say 50,
Correct.
right?
And it is a
I run it. And this time it should fail. It will get an error, so it won't take much time, so it's fine.
But what will happen, we're giving $1,000, besides showing 30.
Mhm.
In the calculator, if it shows 50, then what will do then?
It will just fail the scenario.
The complete calculation fails, right?
Calculation failed,
How
right?
you calculate-
Scenario failed, basically, it will tell us here. Basic runtime error, definition, it says I shall share 50 monthly amount. This is where it failed. So
Then if suppose we found a defect, then how to create a defect?
manually,
So
defect part is manual. So you
So
take a look at the logs and open a defect, say, yeah, this scenario failed, please investigate.
Okay. That one.
You have to-
Jira.
Yeah,
Again,
same, you go back to
you-
Jira or Azure DevOps and create a defect.
So that is the same way.
Yeah, that
we learn.
doesn't change. That part, you have to follow the same process. There is no other change.
Okay.
This is only execution part, right? So defect part comes manual.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now let's take a look at it, what's going on here, right?
Mhm.
So here, I mean, everything else is good, but I'm the class file.
Mhm.
So essentially what you are doing is, remember, we already had the login class, right? And that already has some logic, and we can build on top of this logic. Essentially, in the loan calculator, we are repeating the same thing. This code is being repeated.
Yes.
This browser is being initialized again. This code is repeated until we get to the link calculator page. That's where you don't want to do that. That's a bad programming. Okay, because remember, if you have 1,000 cases, every time you log in and you have to type in everything, go to the URL. And just in case if your URL changes, you're gonna end up changing at 50 places. And this is called bad coding. Okay, we will write the code once and we want to reuse it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's where the object-oriented principle comes in the picture. Okay, so this is bad coding. So how do we improve it? Right? So that's what I want to talk about. And I'll modify it here as well. And then you guys can continue with the exercise tomorrow, or if you go home, you can work through it as well. But let me quickly cover that concept. What I'm talking about. Don't worry, I have it in video, so you should have it.
Everybody was silent.
I know. But that's where this Ruby inheritance comes in the picture. Okay, this inheritance is very powerful, and that's where it helps you for reusability and so forth. So what is inheritance? So it's the same thing, right? We inherit.
Parent child, yeah.
It's a parent child. You inherit something, some characteristics of your parents. or gyms, whatever. It's the same concept. Okay? So here I have parent, mom and dad, and child, mom, dad, but child has its own properties as well, or own characteristics as well. But they will inherit something from the parents, and they will,
Common thing will be there and something specific.
yeah,
will be
something
there.
specific to the child.
Yes.
And when the child has a child, his child will get same thing. He will inherit from the parent,
Yeah.
and then he will have his own child.
So it will carry on like that.
So you can carry on like that. Same concept applies in the software world. So here I have a parent class,
Mhm,
which has a mom and dad properties.
mhm.
I can create the child classes from the parent class. So child class will get mom and dad. Plus there you can write your own methods and functions and properties in there. So in the loan calculator example, I can have a loan calculator class.
Mhm.
First I have a login class, which can have all the login methods and so forth. But I can inherit all those methods into my child class, which can be loan calculator class. So
Oh,
all the login methods will be available in the loan calculator, plus loan calculator has its own methods. Okay, that will increase the reusability, and I'll show you the example.
so like we did the dealer login with the loan calculator. The same thing we are talking
Yeah,
about?
same thing. We write only everything in the login once, and then all the child classes can inherit that logic. So you don't have to write the login methods again in the individual classes.
Mhm.
Okay, but I'll show you, but let's talk about some few concepts, okay, around this one. How you can inherit, so child one less than parent. This is a symbol. As soon as I do that, all the properties of the parent, all the methods of the parent will be available in the child. So if I do loan calculator, imagine child is a loan calculator, less than login, whatever your login class is, then all the login methods and properties will be available in the loan calculator.
Oh, okay. That's the symbol for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Superior to the child.
So this is the parent and this is the subclass or child class, basically. Okay, so that's how you can
Okay.
take a look at it. So here I have one example. This is my parent class. It has two methods. Say hello or say goodbye. Now, if I create my child class, inheriting from the parent class,
So my child class is the subclass.
my child class is subclass. This is the parent class.
Yes.
So both methods will be available in the my child, basically. Now, the only difference is this is basically a override method. Basically, I'm defining the say hello method, right?
Mhm,
Say hello is available here in the parent.
mhm.
Say hello is I'm writing it again in the child class. So in the child class, I can override the parent method, basically.
Means
Okay.
you are reusing.
You are writing your own method.
Okay.
Okay, but here, say goodbye, I am calling the parent method by saying p super. Okay, I'm not putting my own logic here, but I'm calling the method of the parent class. When I say super, if you are getting too confused about super, don't worry about it, but you can create your own methods with the same names.
One more time. please.
So you guys understand the say hello
Yes.
part, you can create, override
Mhm.
the parent methods, basically. Remember, say hello and say goodbye, as soon as I inherit from there, those two methods will be available in the child class,
Mhm. Yes.
okay, automatically.
Mhm.
I don't have to write any code.
No.
But as soon as I write something, what I'm doing is I'm overriding the parent's method, basically.
Why you will do that? Because it's already there, right?
I know, but let's say you want to do something special, but you want to keep the same name, same method name, whatever was in the parent, but you want to do something different,
Okay.
basically. Then you can write your own method with the same name, and it will, and when you execute the say hello method from the child class, it will not do, it will not, it's its own method, basically.
So if we overwrite it, means
Overwrite.
replace something.
Replace, it will replace, it will replace.
Some part of it.
not
right?
part of it. It will completely replace the parent method.
It will completely.
Completely replace parent method. But if you want to replace only part of it, right?
Uh-huh.
That's where you do super this symbol, and then you can add your own stuff.
So super for, if you're doing one part of it.
Super meaning it will call this method, parents
Uh-huh.
method, plus it will do additional thing.
Okay,
Okay, so you are extending the parents method. Okay, but you have to use super in this symbol, basically, and then extend it, whatever you need to do.
so I have one more question.
Yeah,
So we're overwriting, means replacing the whole parent class, right?
no, you are not replacing parent class. Parent class is there. It's
No,
in,
in the child class, you got the parent class from there,
Mhm.
but when you replace it,
this is a replacement, right?
yeah.
It's
then you get
override
it.
and replaces my parents say.
So,
You are writing your own logic.
so it will be a new one then,
Yeah,
for the child,
for the child, yes, you can think it as a new, but it has the same name as a parents.
okay.
Both method as a parent
So
and child.
that
both are-
change will appear on the parent class or no?
No, parent class will not change anything.
Oh, then it makes
Yeah.
sense now. Okay.
Only child class, you can write whatever you want,
Okay,
but here you can extend it. What this one says, when you say super and then you can extend whatever. As soon as you say super, that means it will call this method. And it will return the result, and then it will also add something else, basically.
So if you, anything change or anything, it will happen only child class.
Yeah, anything in
And
the
parent
child.
class is always constant.
Foreign class is
and
constant.
parent class,
You cannot change anything in the
the
parent.
new stuff will not store there.
No, you can extend, you
You
can
can
write
extend.
5 more methods here in the child class.
Okay.
Nothing to do with parent will remain same,
Okay.
it will remain fixed.
So if you're adding, use super with the less than
Yeah,
sign
but
too.
I don't think you're gonna use it
Okay.
this way. This one you will definitely use this, because you can override the parent methods and create your own. Okay, so that's very common.
So override one, use more, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But it will not change the part of it, like complete the parent class will change.
Okay, give me a second. I don't
think
think
so,
these guys can see it.
Parent class will remain same. You are not changing anything in the parent class.
No, you're overwriting it.
You
That
can
we are
extend
doing
it.
in the
No,
Child class, nothing, you
No,
cannot touch the
no.
parent class.
You are
You
not.
can extend it, but you can change it.
You cannot modify parent class.
Oh.
You cannot modify.
Like that, you are just using the parent class in the child class.
Yep.
And adding something.
Adding
else.
something on your own for
Okay.
the child, specific to the child.
You will not touch the parent.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. So I think we just talked about this one, so let's come back. Now, there are 3 different types of methods, visibilities wise. Like what methods will be visible in the child class and what will not be visible in the child class. So I think we talked about, right, public methods, which can be called by anyone. So any method that you define with the def, by default, they are public methods, basically. Okay, so that means I can call the methods by using the dot, the method name. That's how you can call it. So like dot all access methods. So this is a dot all access methods, I can call it like that. Accessible by everyone outside the object or instance, basically. Okay, so by default, all methods are public methods. So classes, instance methods are public by default. Now initialize method is always private, because you cannot call it directly. Only way you can call it by calling new. Okay, private methods. Now, private methods can be accessed within the class only. You cannot say load calculator dot something like that to the private methods. Right? So this is a public method, but these are private methods. And you can specify by specifying the private keyword within the class. Now anything below, so as soon as you do that, anything below all the methods will become private. Okay, that's how you can have it. Now, why do you need private methods? Because not everything you want to expose outside the class. Maybe you are doing some special calculations which you don't want. So you define those internal methods as a private methods.
You need the username, password, no?
No, not that, but I mean, if you are doing some more calculations or doing something else within the class, then you define them as a private methods, but expose only public method. Okay, that's again a design thing. For your purpose, everything will be public methods. That's how we are doing right now, and that's how it will be. Okay, but it's available as part of the object-oriented concept. Okay, so in this example, right? So I have one public method and one private method. Right? This is a private method. This is a public method. So as soon as I do that, private object is equal private example dot new.
Yes,
Oh.
answer is not showing. Oh,
Okay. This one. And so I am initializing the object, right? And then I'm on the next line, I'm saying first private example. So I'm calling this first private example. What do you think will happen? It will produce an error, right? Why?
Which one?
So if I this particular line, well, why it will throw an error?
Because it's private.
It's a private. You cannot call it outside the class.
Outside.
Yeah. Okay, because it's marked with the private keyword. Now, in this example, so you have private class example class, right? You have first public and first private EX method. Okay, so that's a private method. Now I'm calling the private method from the first public method. So what this will line produce? X dot first public.
So here public is the parent? No.
There is no parent child here. Okay, that this is strictly the methods,
Okay,
the
here is
public and private methods,
Sorry.
right? No, that's okay. So for what this will print? X is X dot first public, right? So X dot first public is this one. So it will execute this method. It will say puts first public,
You can see. Most public.
right? So it will come here and prints it. Then it will call first private EX, and then it will put first private. Okay, so that's why it will print the two lines at the bottom, which is first public and first private. The method is simple, right? It doesn't do anything but well, conceptually, I mean, so I mean, it needs more practice, obviously,
Yeah.
and but conceptually, do you understand or not?
Okay.
Does it make sense to you or not? That's the important part.
No, we will do then.
Because I am now comparing this with the parent child.
Parent child will come, okay? That's the
Okay.
next one.
So this is about public and private.
This is public private methods, right? So
Which one everybody can see and which.
Yep,
only-
yep, yep.
Okay.
that's right. That's all it is. Conceptually, yeah. Public meaning everybody can use it, otherwise nobody, only class can use. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, there is one more thing to confuse.
Parent, child, private, public, then.
Oh, this is another one. Okay.
Protected.
Okay.
So protected behaves more like a private. Conceptually, they are like a private. But they are also, if you now the parent child comes in the picture. So if the parent and child, well, let's just talk about how the protected is defined. Right, so this is a class called protected example class. I have one public method and one protected method, right? Now, there is a child called protected child example. Okay, so this is a child class. Again, I have not inherited anything from here yet, right? I have just defined it. Because there is no inheritance established between
Yeah.
these two classes. Okay, now let's say assume it is inherited from this protected example, basically. So this class less than protected example. Okay. Now, what the protected child example can do is it can access all the protected method by adding protected example. So this protected method will be available in the child class as well. But when you talk about the private methods, if I have any private method here, instead of protected, if it's private, then the child class cannot use this protected, this particular method.
So that's the difference between
They're
protected
protected
and private.
So protected methods,
Uh-huh.
you can inherit into the child classes. Private methods, you cannot.
Only protected.
Only protected you can inherit, but you cannot call it outside the class. Again, that remains same,
Yeah.
but you can inherit,
So
basically.
protected and private both are kind of, protected also kind of private.
The private, little bit change in this.
But they are available in the inherited classes or child classes.
Okay.
That's the main difference. Okay.
So we can call protected when public.
No, you cannot call it outside. That's both remain same. Protected methods, you cannot call it from outside.
Okay.
So it's the same as private, but private, confusing part is, right? The inheritance comes in the picture and privates are not available in the child classes, but protected will
Is
be.
available.
Yeah.
Only one thing is protected is available in child class,
Yes,
private.
private
no.
you cannot. They will not inherit, basically,
But
private
with
methods.
protected also we could not call that in outside.
Outside, yep. Both are not accessible from outside.
Protected could be inherited from, yeah.
The
Yeah.
only difference.
That's only different. Yeah,
Only
yeah.
different. Mm.
So, okay, so with that, I'm not gonna go to the modules, but we will work on our example, load calculator.
But, sir, where we use it, those private, public.
Private, most likely you will use it. Okay, because you want to define some logic which is not accessible by outside the class. So your class can get really big. In the real programming, you will have public methods and private methods all the time.
Mhm.
Because you are writing a lot more complex logic.
Mm.
For test automation, maybe sometimes you will use private methods if you are doing some other calculation or looping through something and you want to put it, separate it out in its private method, then you call it from the other methods. Yeah, it's protected. I mean, I don't know. You may or may not use it.
It's better to have a knowledge of.
You need, because when you say test automation and when you say Ruby,
Mhm.
folks don't understand that you don't use everything right in the
Oh.
automation, but they're gonna ask you all kind of questions.
Mm.
You need to understand and explain them at least conceptually what those things are.
You may never use what.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what it is. Even though you will never end up using it, but they'll grill you on this Ruby questions, say, oh, you don't know this, that's what people will tell.
You may use it also.
Yeah, conceptually, you should be able to explain. They're not gonna ask you to code, but
You need this for to get a job.
that's right. All right, I don't want to confuse you with the modules. We'll tackle module tomorrow.
Okay.
But let's come back. Now we'll work through our example.
Yeah.
Parent child, right? Because that's the important part. Okay, so let's take a look at it here. So I'm gonna go back to my login class.
Parent, child, protected, private and public, 5 things.
Yeah, okay, so I'm here on the login class, right? Now, one thing I don't have it is, let's take a look at our example here. Login, I'm not using user type. So first of all, I need to add the admin dealer part here in my login because we are not using. So I'm going to quickly add that if user type is equal admin,
Admin, then this.
then this logic is fine,
Yes.
right? This logic is fine. Else if user type is equal dealer, then I need to put the G training and training. Okay, so instead of S training, it's G training. So this part is good, right? Okay, I can apply the same thing here, right? I think we already discussed, so I can apply, but I'm not going to apply right now because I'm not gonna worry about that scenario. But now my method, this login method can handle multiple logins, and I can log in using these things. This visit our flow is good because this is only one step. I'm going to go on the page. This initialize method is initializing, so it's all good. Now, if I go back to my loan calculator class, now I don't need to repeat all these things, initialize, browser instance, because I don't want to do that. So what my loan calculator class is supposed to do is only this. It should have only this logic. I visit loan calculator, so I'm going to go click on loan calculator link, enter loan amount, enter calculate, and verify.
And what about the clinics,
What?
that websites, the browser one?
That's what I'm saying, right? So that logic is here, right? This particular class, login class, because we created login class. It has initialized visit user type. It says a dealer login or admin login, right? So what I can do is loan calculator, I can simply inherit from the login.
Oh, okay.
Inherit login, okay. That's the.
This inherit from the login. All the methods are available,
Yeah.
including initialize will be there,
Oh,
So
okay.
that-
including visit our flow,
Then login,
including login as whatever user type.
Hmm.
Everything will be available in there.
oh, okay,
So the inheritance, the symbol is,
less than.
yeah, less than.
Yeah, so come back. So let me log in class. I think that's login class I have. Login class. This is the name, right? So this one, visit our flow, login. This methods will be, and this one will be available, but it will not be used because we are not trying to verify when we log in anything.
But it will be available.
It will be available, yes.
Oh,
So now if I go back here,
so that means whatever is available in class, login class, it will go over there.
yep. Now I'm gonna go back to my login loan calculator steps.
Mhm.
So I have a loan calculator,
Hmm.
but this one now, this one doesn't do anything else. It only clicks on that login loan calculator link, right? Here, remember my class doesn't have that. So I need to add additional steps. Here, L dot. Now see, all the methods are available. Login is coming from the login class. See, I can see it here. Visit our flow. So I need to do simulate those steps here in the step definition. So I can say L dot visit our flow. This one will take me actually to the home page. L dot login.
So login class now will come over here, right?
And it says user type.
Login class.
So I can say, because I know I need to supply dealer, so that it can log in as a dealer. So once I'm,
Admin, then you have to specify that. This is admin.
yeah, you wherever you are using admin, you just specify admin. If you are logging as a admin, then I can say admin here.
Oh,
Because these are parameters I'm trying to simulate.
so that means it's going to use only the dealer login, am I right?
This one will flow through, right? This, where as soon as I say that, it will call login class. And it will call this method, and pass the dealer. So it will come here dealer, and then it will execute these two steps, G training.
Right? Doesn't matter what else is there.
No, because we are calling visit our flow, right?
Whatever we're calling there, so.
Whatever you method you are calling, it will execute the logic from that. So here, so I have 1, 2, and 3. So at this point, I am on the calculator page.
Yes.
Okay, I don't have to do anything else because this thing are same. It's calculating. So all I did is
So it will be
modify.
the repeat of that like class part I understood. Then second one is like the class one you told it will everything will come, so we don't need to repeat. So this one we are doing yeah.
So
This
right,
part I missed something. Yeah.
loan
Yeah.
calculator patch.
Yeah.
What I did is I inherited from the login class.
Class,
So
yeah.
all methods are part of the loan calculator now, right?
Okay.
And I cleaned up this loan calculator method, visit, where I have multiple steps for login and browser and all those things.
Okay.
Only step I have is click on the, once I'm logged in as dealer, then I need to go to the loan calculator, enter amount, enter calculate and monthly payment. Okay. Then whatever second part I did is under loan calculator steps, I added these two methods.
Change, other things will say.
Because you still have to have logic for additional things, so you just call it from the step definition.
Yeah.
Other things doesn't change.
Mhm.
This part doesn't change, so when I run it, I'm not going to see any difference at this point. So it opened a bunch of windows. Let's see which window is the lucky one. Okay. Alright, so it went here. Okay, 1030 and should see the pass right there.
Yeah.
No difference. Now our code got reduced a lot.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
if any other thing you are doing, if you, let's say you have a dealer search, right? So you apply the same principle. Create the feature file, call the appropriate methods from the dealer for the login.
Yeah.
Just put only dealer specific things. So this has become a more like a page objects type of pattern following that. This class loan calculator includes method related to the calculator always. Login includes method related to the login.
But we can do here, like if you have a something like dealer login
Mhm.
in another file, you can pull that, right? You can, without doing the login class, I can do dealer login class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Find the dealer. So then,
Yeah.
So I have this dealer search.
yeah.
I have a dealer
Yeah.
search here, right? All I have to do is generate this particular thing. So I'm going to generate, create a host application, create new file.
Mhm.
Let's say dealer search steps.
And
Okay.
we can use that here. As a parent. Right? Yes.
Now you still need to create a dealer class, right? I don't have a dealer class here, but you create a dealer class or dealer search class. Okay, class dealer search.
Mhm.
Then you make sure you inherit from the login.
Mhm.
So all the methods will be part of this one.
Yeah.
So even though I don't have anything here, when I go to the dealer search, let's create a dealer search class. So D is equal dealer search dot RB dot new.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see D dot. I still have login method, visit our flow. I have this D dot because we inherited.
Yes.
Login, again, I can say dealer.
Or admin also, no, dealer search admin.
Yeah, okay, dealer search is admin, right? So, okay, so I can do admin, D dot, so at this point, I'm logged in as admin. Now I need to add a specific method to go to the dealer search page.
Yeah.
Once I log in, so,
So for automation, you need the browser and the page and.
yep, but you apply the same principle and build this test. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right, good, so let's,
You
let's,
don't have to repeat that again and again.
yeah, you don't want to repeat,
Yeah.
that's the defeats the whole purpose of the coding.
That's the power of this, that less than symbol.
Yeah, object-oriented programming,
Yeah.
right? Inheritance, that's what we are using, that concept. Okay, so any question on these things?
Only question.
I'm pretty sure, only question, so more practice required
Yeah.
to
that's
eliminate the
definitely.
questions and those so forth.
Marcel, we should do one class. Maybe online, not.
Well, we cannot do
in-person.
tomorrow, we will still have it. So let's see how far you guys go.
Tomorrow is at 7.
The selenium is very straightforward.
Not done with what?
So selenium part,
Digest this one to come tomorrow and then get.
I'm telling you, selenium is the easiest part,
Oh, okay.
because you already went through a tough part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there is
We
no,
need a one more class.
We'll do it, absolutely.
yeah, you guys will be fine. But
More
here,
practice,
yeah, more it's all about practice now,
more
right?
practice.
So we'll,
Yeah, we can do this one hour online. We can do it.
Okay.
yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. So selenium, let me just tell you what it will change.
No.
Let's see, tomorrow we'll do more, but let's see. Anything else?
So instead of water, okay,
It will go, so it will go above our.
I know, but I'm just giving you overview.
Because of the
Overview.
accuracy, so let's see how it works.
Okay, so instead of water, you will say selenium.
Mhm,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
and this line will not change.
mhm.
What it will change is how you are finding the element.
Oh, okay.
Everything else you can say.
Everything will say?
Yeah,
So
everything
no
else
change
will
in syntax?
Later, well, this
How we find out the element?
So which element?
that part will change. That's what we'll talk tomorrow. Okay, because I don't want to tell you today, otherwise you will get confused.
Syntax,
Later,
little bit.
later. But the only this class files will change. Everything else remains same.
For that, feature and.
Feature, step
that-
definitions doesn't change.
Only that class.
Class file, only how you are interacting with the elements, that's the only part it will change.
That element.
Not even the.
Not just that element, all the elements, whatever element you are in.
So the in the steps, the verification line also not changed?
No, this step definitions, no,
No?
this line doesn't change.
Oh, okay.
Because as long as this function return true or false, it doesn't change.
Only in the class file.
Only class file.
Class
Yeah,
Only class one.
file.
so that's very minor change.
Okay.
Class is very important.
Class is very important.
Yeah, because it's connecting to everything.
Yep.
That's right.
The step definition connects everything,
Yeah,
but
sorry, yeah.
class file is that's where you put your brain. Okay, so we are at 12:50. If you guys want to spend some time here, another 10-15 minutes, we can do that, or we'll regroup first thing in the morning, and I'll let you guys work through.
So we need a recording part today.
Yes, I'll send you by 3 o'clock.
We can practice.
We are thinking because we will go through those videos.
But you still have other things to complete, right? Yeah, I think you guys, only you guys did it. You have to uninstall, install. I'll see if I can get you a laptop tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, get a laptop,
Yep,
I think
yep.
that would be better, because
Yeah,
it's like 2 hours,
I know.
uninstall, install, I don't think I'll get time.
No, that's fine. I'll get you a laptop here so that you can at least practice.
No, that's what he's getting the laptop.
Tomorrow. So today how come you are going to practice?
I'll go through all the concepts.
We'll watch the video.
Yeah, I know the video. Means I will try. I'll try. If I get time, I will definitely.
If you want to spend time, maybe uninstall and install
Yeah,
it.
Sir,
I think
but
You don't have to sit down, just uninstall it.
only just the Ruby part, that's all, not the Ruby mine or anything. You don't have to uninstall Ruby mine or anything else, just the Ruby part.
Ruby part.
Just try it. If it's not happening,
Ruby
then
mines, then, you have to
the
do
laptop.
So here, if you want, I mean, you can just go to the add remove programs and search for Ruby.
Right. So which part I will uninstall?
This Ruby SDK.
The concept is really.
So Ruby SDK is the only one. So this is
Only that
900,
one, not Ruby mine.
no, not Ruby mine. So
The editor?
yeah, this is where you can click on uninstall. Okay, and it will uninstall Ruby mine. Sorry, Ruby.
Ruby.
You don't have to uninstall Ruby mine.
Right, yeah.
Okay, then install again Ruby,
Only this part.
only this part.
Fine, fine.
Yeah, if you come early, maybe little bit 10-15 minutes, then I can help you install as well. 15 minutes early tomorrow. Yeah, try home. If that doesn't work, then let me know and we'll work through quickly.
Just uninstall it. You don't have to do anything. You just click on.
Yeah,
that,
just click on it and
It will do its work. You don't have to worry about it.
I'll try.
okay. Yep. And the installation, I think I sent you instructions
Yes.
for the installation, you have it, right? Okay,
The
just
first-
install, download, you don't have to download again, it should already be there. In your
Or
folder,
install, like Catalan, we did lots of time install on,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, otherwise, what the first session, I think I have an installation video separately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you can just follow through.
So also the Selenium, the always Ruby, Cucumber like that, or Java, and how the company does the stuff? Like more use is which one?
Ruby Cucumber is very popular, but JP Morgan is Java Cucumber Selenium.
Java Cucumber.
Yeah. It again goes back to the company. But then they struggle a lot in Java.
So,
So,
just I'm just curious if they're going to, okay, ask us like, okay, Selenium, we don't know Java, so we just can say, okay, I can.
no, you can say, I know Ruby. I mean, that's what you want to tell them. I have no idea about Java. So, yeah, I mean, you just have to tell them upfront. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to clear interview, first of all. With Java, then why don't you just tell them, I don't know Java?
Okay, yeah.
They will
Yes.
ask about the technical, or they will ask about write a coding.
Oh, yeah.
so-
So you're not going to get into that. So if
Yeah.
you don't know, just tell them I don't know.
I mean, the same thing for Catalan and ALM. Since we don't know ALM, how it works,
Yeah,
so that HP ALM,
yeah, you can watch the video, right? I mean,
we have in the YouTube.
yeah, I just already sent you guys that ALM video link.
No,
Yeah, it's there.
is there
Yeah, it's there.
in the YouTube website?
Yeah, whatever I sent you in that big giant list, the ALM should be included in there.
Okay.
The last link I sent with all the class sessions we had, plus ALM, Tosca. That is another tool.
So just go through it and.
Yeah, ALM video, I mean, it's the same thing.
Same
Jira, I mean, yeah, same thing. Did you guys learn ALM?
I think they learned it, you learned it?
It's,
Or Jira, you guys, no, not here, I'm not sure. We stopped last year, I think, teaching ALM because of the licensing issues.
Oh, okay, but still, right now people are using, it, right, companies are using.
Yeah,
it,
not,
right?
it's very expensive
We are
too.
using one product, ALM product QC.
ALM QC, yeah, that's very old.
Old one.
Yeah. which
HPQC,
is-
so for for test
Testing
plan and
all
test set,
plans, yeah, all
test sets and
plans.
test plans.
But it's similar to Catalan and all those.
No, that is a life cycle, it's similar to Jira DevOps,
Catalan, I don't know.
Jira and DevOps.
Yeah, DevOps.
Catalan is same as UFT.
So when it's about Catalan, so it's better to tell them, okay, we know the codeless one, we don't know the Ruby part. Is it okay?
No, Catalan is not
You are
Ruby.
getting confused, Ginzi. You
Yeah.
are mixing up everything.
No, Catalan has both, like, we learned the codeless part.
No, it doesn't have much scripting. I mean, it has its own scripting language, but nobody used that scripting.
Okay, that was my mind, because that is a coding part too. the scripting
Yeah,
part.
the Ruby.
We
The
didn't
coding
learn-
will always be there, but you,
We did not learn that, we know the codeless part,
Codeless part, like.
yeah.
it's a more like a UFT
Yeah.
type of thing, because you guys don't know programming at that point, so
At that time.
we did UFT.
That's- So that was my question, because since we know automation now, so the.
Ruby one,
whoever
we
wants
can
to
also
teach
learn
us,
by,
like, This person.
Which
is
one?
automation, saying this is
It's a
code.
kind of-
Well, you already learned Ruby. I mean, now we just, if you don't know something, you Google it.
Which one?
Yeah, you already know the basic concepts about Ruby, so.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, if else statement, that needs more practice, I mean, looping. How to apply, again, it comes with the practice, so.
so how will you use the looping over here now?
That's where for that each and do, right? If you are going through, if you have a use case to do that or scenario, then only you can apply the each.
Means whatever we are doing, the simpler one, like.
Yeah,
Flow thing and all.
but the collection I talked about, right? You can get all the text fields. Maybe you are setting the values in all the text fields same, then you have to loop through the collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where you can use
This
it.
one will like drop down we saw, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
testers, you want to access one by one.
Yeah.
So it will be
You will be
coming like
looping.
in a array.
So because you're gonna refer to the array,
Correct.
the values array
Yeah.
and loop through it.
Look,
Yeah, not heavy programming. You guys will not, you are not coder. I mean, like
Yeah.
building apps, so. Yeah.
We just have to know the basic.
Yeah,
concept
basic
of-
concepts, yeah,
basic
concepts and how to apply, that's all.
Basic concepts.
Yeah.
Hey Harshal, can you tell me something a little bit about Eclipse Java?
Eclipse, I mean, it's a development tool for Java.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, you can download, it's a free,
Okay.
free version.
Okay.
So you should be able to download now. In order to use that, you have to configure Java first.
Okay.
And for that configuration, I mean, you have to download JDK and install it, and then install Eclipse later on.
Okay, and the concept is same, like
No, I mean, it's a little bit different tool. It's a Java, right? So you and now again, what's the use for you? I mean, I'm trying to see. So
for
that I can,
automation testing.
okay, so automation test is a little bit different with the Java. Unless you know Java programming, I wouldn't even advise going that route.
Oh, okay. And when the scripts are okay, when the scripts are there, and we just have to I don't have much of idea. I have a little bit idea. I've seen how it is, but so you need to know Java to know further about how to.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
Okay.
without that, you won't be able to do anything.
Okay. Okay. It's entirely different than Ruby. Yeah.
It's a Java programming, so it's Java is a little bit different than Ruby. I mean, it's a syntax, but it's not different, not little bit, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. For first, I would say before you write, you even go to the automation route, pick up the Java programming first. Then
Okay.
only it takes time. Okay, Java is not like a Ruby, which you can learn in 3 sessions, 5 sessions.
Right. Right.
Spends really some time.
Yes. Okay.
Probably takes you maybe months. Okay, 2 to 3 months. If
2
you
to
start,
3 months to start with that. Okay. And do you recommend something to like if we want to start with that, like basics of Java, like or
yeah, any online class would do it. I mean, if you just want to get the idea about programming using Java, so online class, I think I'll point you to one class, which is
but that
which might
won't be enough, right? To do automation testing on
not the
Eclipse.
automation one, it's just Java, learning Java first.
Learning Java first. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, I think we are wrapping up here. So I'm gonna close out the session, but we'll meet again tomorrow. And I'm gonna upload the video, practice some at home. Okay, so that when you come tomorrow, you will a little bit further.
Yes.
Thank you, Arshal. We'll wait for the video. Thank you. Bye.
Yep.
Bye, girls. Bye.
Thank you.
Everybody come tomorrow, last class.
Yeah, bye-bye.